Ksitigarbha Sutra. Introduction to Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva. Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva, also known as the Earth Store Bodhisattva, is a revered figure in Mahayana Buddhism, particularly within East Asian traditions. The name Ksitigarbha translates to Earth Store or Earth Treasury, symbolizing his vow to remain in the realms of suffering until all sentient beings are liberated. He is renowned for his boundless compassion and unwavering dedication to alleviating the suffering of all beings, especially those in the realms of existence known as the Six Paths. This includes the realms of hell, hungry ghosts, animals, humans, asuras, demigods, and gods. Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva is often depicted as a serene, compassionate figure, often holding a staff and a jewel in his hands. The staff represents his ability to guide beings through the paths of liberation, while the jewel symbolizes the wisdom and knowledge that illuminates the path to enlightenment. Ksitigarbha is considered a powerful protector and guide, embodying the virtues of compassion, patience, and unwavering determination. He is particularly venerated for his role in helping deceased beings to navigate the afterlife and achieve liberation. His teachings and practices are found in scriptures like the Ksitigarbha Sutra, which offers guidance on how to cultivate merit, alleviate suffering, and create positive karma. The vow of Ksitigarbha. Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva's vow is a profound commitment to liberate all sentient beings from suffering, particularly those in the realms of the Six Paths, with a special emphasis on those in the underworld. His vow encompasses an immense scope of compassion and dedication, extending to countless beings over eons. The vow of Ksitigarbha is often presented in the form of a series of pledges, reflecting his unwavering determination to alleviate suffering and guide beings towards enlightenment. To liberate all beings from the lower realms, Ksitigarbha vows to rescue beings from the realms of hell, hungry ghosts, animals, and asuras, guiding them towards liberation. His unwavering compassion extends even to those considered most difficult to save. To remain in the realms of suffering, Ksitigarbha pledges to stay in the realms of suffering, even when he could ascend to higher realms, in order to be closer to beings in need. To guide all beings towards enlightenment, Ksitigarbha vows to continue his work of liberation until all beings have attained enlightenment. To guide beings towards a favorable rebirth, Ksitigarbha vows to help beings obtain a favorable rebirth in the next life, where they will have the opportunity to continue their path towards enlightenment. Realms of existence and the underworld. In Buddhist cosmology, the universe is comprised of 6 realms of existence, each characterized by different levels of karma and suffering. These realms are the realm of gods, devas, the realm of demigods, asuras, the realm of humans, manushya, the realm of animals, tiryaks, the realm of hungry ghosts, pretas, and the realm of hell, naraka. The Ksitigarbha Sutra focuses primarily on the realm of hell, which is often depicted as a vast and terrifying underworld. The underworld is described as a place of intense suffering, where beings experience karmic retribution for their negative actions in past lives. The punishments in hell are said to be both physical and mental, reflecting the severity of the sins committed. The descriptions of hell in the Ksitigarbha Sutra are meant to serve as a wake-up call, reminding people of the consequences of their actions and encouraging them to cultivate virtue. It's important to understand that the concept of hell in Buddhism is not a literal place but rather a symbolic representation of the suffering that arises from negative karma. The suffering of hell is not eternal, but rather a temporary state that can be overcome through the practice of virtue and the guidance of compassionate beings like Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva. Compassion for beings in the underworld. The Ksitigarbha Sutra profoundly emphasizes the Bodhisattva's boundless compassion for all beings, particularly those suffering in the realms of existence, especially the underworld. The sutra paints a vivid picture of the underworld as a place of immense suffering, where beings endure punishments for their past negative karma. This suffering can manifest in various forms, including physical pain, emotional anguish, and prolonged periods of torment. Despite the severity of these conditions, Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva's heart remains filled with compassion. He vows to alleviate the suffering of all beings in the underworld, regardless of the gravity of their offenses. He tirelessly works to guide them towards liberation, offering them solace, comfort, and the opportunity to transform their karma. The sutra emphasizes that Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva's compassion extends to all beings, regardless of their actions or circumstances. Sins and karmic retribution. The nature of sins. In the context of the Ksitigarbha Sutra, sins are understood as actions that create negative karma, leading to suffering. These actions are categorized as physical, verbal, and mental transgressions. Physical sins include killing, stealing, and engaging in sexual misconduct. Verbal sins include lying, slander, harsh speech, and frivolous talk. Mental sins encompass greed, anger, ignorance, and attachment. Karmic retribution. The sutra emphasizes that every action has consequences. Negative actions generate negative karma, leading to suffering in this life or future lives. This retribution can manifest in various forms, including physical ailments, mental distress, poverty, and even rebirth in the realms of suffering. The suffering experienced in the underworld is a direct consequence of karmic retribution. The power of repentance. Repentance, known as Chanhui in Chinese Buddhism, is a fundamental practice in the Ksitigarbha Sutra. It involves acknowledging one's past negative actions, expressing remorse, and making a firm commitment to change. This process is not simply about feeling guilty or ashamed, but about actively transforming one's karmic patterns and cultivating positive qualities. The sutra emphasizes the transformative power of repentance, stating that through sincere remorse and the dedication to cultivating good deeds, individuals can alleviate suffering and create favorable conditions for future happiness. It is believed that when one genuinely repents, one breaks the cycle of negative karma and opens the door to liberation. The Ksitigarbha Sutra highlights the importance of practicing repentance regularly, not just for oneself but for the benefit of all beings. Through the act of repentance, individuals can purify their minds and generate positive energy that extends to others, contributing to the overall well-being of the world. Avoidance of evil and cultivation of good. Avoiding the 10 evils. The Ksitigarbha Sutra emphasizes the importance of avoiding the 10 evil deeds. These deeds, often referred to as the 10 evil karma, are actions that create negative karma and lead to suffering. They include killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, lying, slandering, harsh speech, gossiping, greed, anger, and wrong views. Cultivating the 10 virtues. In contrast to the 10 evil deeds, the Ksitigarbha Sutra advocates for cultivating the 10 virtues. These virtues are positive actions that create positive karma and lead to happiness and liberation. They include refraining from killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, lying, slandering, harsh speech, gossiping, greed, anger, and holding wrong views. Compassionate action. Avoiding evil and cultivating good is not simply a matter of personal benefit. The Ksitigarbha Sutra emphasizes that these actions have a profound impact on the well-being of all beings. By avoiding evil and cultivating good, we create a more harmonious and compassionate world. Devotion to Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva. Cultivating devotion to Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva is a powerful practice that brings immense benefits. This devotion can take many forms, including reciting the Ksitigarbha Sutra. Regularly chanting the Ksitigarbha Sutra is a profound way to connect with the Bodhisattva's compassionate energy and teachings. Offering prayers and mantras. praying to Ksitigarbha for guidance, protection, and liberation for oneself and others is a heartfelt way to express devotion. Visualizing Ksitigarbha, contemplating Ksitigarbha's image, often depicted as a serene figure with a staff and a jeweled orb, can inspire awe and devotion. Performing acts of compassion, engaging in acts of kindness, generosity, and helping those in need embodies the spirit of Ksitigarbha's vow to liberate all beings. Living a virtuous life, by striving to cultivate ethical conduct, compassion, and wisdom, one aligns oneself with the Bodhisattva's path and inspires positive karma. Through unwavering devotion to Ksitigarbha, individuals can tap into his boundless compassion and receive his blessings, fostering a deeper connection with the Dharma and accelerating their spiritual progress. Ksitigarbha's skillful means. Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva is renowned for his profound wisdom and skillful means in guiding beings towards liberation. His methods are characterized by boundless compassion and a deep understanding of the nature of suffering and karma. One of his most powerful skillful means is the manifestation of his vow to liberate all beings in the 6 realms of existence, particularly those suffering in the realms of hell. He appears in various forms to offer guidance, comfort, and support to those in need. He may take the form of a kind teacher, a compassionate friend, or a powerful protector, always adapting his approach to meet the specific needs of each individual. Another key aspect of Ksitigarbha's skillful means is his ability to transform negative karma. By reciting his name, chanting his sutra, and engaging in acts of compassion, individuals can purify their negative karma and create positive merit. This process of transformation allows them to break free from the cycle of rebirth and ultimately achieve enlightenment. Encouragement to uphold the sutra. The Ksitigarbha Sutra is a profound and powerful text that offers solace, guidance, and hope to all beings. It is a beacon of compassion and wisdom, illuminating the path to liberation from suffering. By upholding the teachings of this sutra, we cultivate a deep connection with Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva, embracing his unwavering vow to relieve suffering and guide all beings towards enlightenment. To uphold the sutra means to embody its teachings in our daily lives. It means to cultivate compassion, to practice patience, and to strive to avoid harming others. It means to cultivate a spirit of generosity, to offer assistance to those in need, and to be mindful of our actions and their impact on the world. It is a continuous journey of self-cultivation and spiritual growth. The Ksitigarbha Sutra reminds us that every being has the potential for enlightenment, regardless of their current circumstances or past actions. It encourages us to extend our compassion to all beings, particularly those who are suffering in the lower realms of existence. By upholding this sutra, we become instruments of Ksitigarbha's boundless compassion, working to alleviate suffering and bring light to the darkest corners of existence. The merit of reciting the sutra. Reciting the Ksitigarbha Sutra is considered an act of great merit, bringing immense blessings and benefits to both the reciter and those for whom the sutra is chanted. It is said that a single recitation of the sutra can liberate beings from suffering for 100 lifetimes. By reciting the sutra for 1,000 years, one can accumulate enough merit to achieve the state of a bodhisattva. For those who recite the sutra for 10,000 years, they will attain enlightenment and become a Buddha. And for those who recite the sutra for 100,000 years, they will become a Buddha and then lead countless others to enlightenment. The merit of reciting the Ksitigarbha Sutra extends far beyond the individual. It can benefit deceased loved ones by easing their suffering in the realm of the dead. By reciting the sutra for the deceased, one can help them to be reborn in a better realm and eventually attain liberation. Prayers for deceased loved ones. The Ksitigarbha Sutra offers solace and guidance for those who grieve the loss of loved ones. It emphasizes the power of compassion and the importance of offering prayers and merits for the deceased. The sutra encourages practitioners to visualize the deceased in their mind's eye, surrounded by the light of Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva, and to recite the sutra's verses with sincere devotion. By doing so, we can help alleviate the suffering of those who have passed and guide them towards a more auspicious rebirth. The sutra teaches that the karma of the deceased can be transformed through the practice of offering prayers and merits. This can include reciting the sutra itself, performing acts of charity, or engaging in other virtuous practices. Such acts of generosity and compassion can have a profound impact on the deceased, easing their suffering and helping them to find peace. Furthermore, the Ksitigarbha Sutra encourages us to remember that death is not the end. It is a transition, a journey towards another realm of existence. Through our prayers and offerings, we can help our loved ones navigate this journey and ultimately achieve liberation from the cycle of birth and death. Transformation of the Underworld. The Ksitigarbha Sutra envisions a profound transformation of the underworld, not as a place of eternal torment but as a realm of possibility for spiritual awakening and liberation. Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva's compassionate vow extends to all beings, regardless of their karmic burdens or the realms in which they reside. His presence and teachings offer a path for those trapped in the underworld to break free from suffering and eventually attain enlightenment. Through his skillful means, Ksitigarbha transforms the harsh and desolate landscapes of the underworld into a space where beings can find solace, guidance, and the opportunity to cultivate virtue. He guides them towards understanding their karmic actions, accepting responsibility for their deeds, and cultivating genuine remorse and repentance. This process of transformation is not about punishment but about inner growth and a shift in consciousness. The underworld is not merely a place of retribution but a stepping stone toward liberation, where beings can work toward a brighter future. By upholding the teachings of the Ksitigarbha Sutra and engaging in practices such as reciting the sutra and performing acts of kindness, we can contribute to this transformation. We can cultivate a heart of compassion for those struggling in the underworld and offer them support and guidance. As we cultivate inner transformation ourselves, we become agents of change, not only for ourselves but for all beings. Conclusion and dedication of merit. Reciting and upholding the Ksitigarbha Sutra is a profound act of compassion and a powerful means to alleviate suffering and accumulate merit. By engaging in this practice, we cultivate deep reverence for Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva, who embodies boundless love and unwavering dedication to the liberation of all beings. The merit generated through recitation extends not only to ourselves but also to all those who are suffering, both in this life and beyond. The sutra reminds us that even amidst the challenges and uncertainties of life, there is hope and possibility for transformation. It inspires us to cultivate a compassionate heart, to embrace the interconnectedness of all beings, and to actively work towards the alleviation of suffering. By dedicating the merit accrued through recitation, we can contribute to the well-being of all sentient beings and hasten the arrival of enlightenment for ourselves and others. May the teachings of the Ksitigarbha Sutra guide us on the path of liberation, inspire us to cultivate compassion and wisdom, and empower us to alleviate suffering wherever it may arise. May we all benefit from the boundless love and unwavering dedication of Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva.